Welcome to Whispers and Wild Hearts, romance stories for hearts that feel deeply and dream often. Tonight's story is She Only Meant to Lurk, a gentle tale of quiet hope, hesitant hearts, and the kind of message that changes everything. Narrated by me, Tim Coy. Chapter 1. The Hesitant Heart. There was a time when Alana believed in soulmates. She used to stay up late reading paperbacks with bent covers, heart fluttering as fictional men whispered all the right things into a heroine's aching heart. But life has a way of rewriting dreams into routines, and lately, even the idea of romance felt like a language she no longer spoke. Still, on a rainy Thursday evening, with a glass of red wine and too much silence in her flat, she let her friend's words echo again. Just try it. 1 week on the app. You don't even have to talk to anyone. So Alana signed up. No expectations, no smiling selfies, just a blurry photo from last autumn, scarf half covering her face, hair wind-tossed, captioned simply, "Just here to lurk." She swiped left more times than she'd admit. Bios like auditions, smiles too polished, muscles too flexed, words too smooth. Then she saw his profile. No filters, a candid photo. He was crouching next to a scruffy golden retriever, half laughing at something off camera. His name was Cal. His bio, 4 lines. Builder, decent cook. Once got stuck in a lift for 2 hours and made friends with everyone in it. Not great at small talk, but I show up. She didn't swipe right immediately. She closed the app. The next day she opened it again. He'd already liked her. She stared at the screen for a long time before hitting the green heart. A message popped up within minutes. Didn't think just here to lurk would work on me, but here I am. She smiled. Not just with her mouth, the kind of smile that reached old... Fucking hell. Oh, God. Having another crack at that one. She smiled. Not just with her mouth, the kind of smile that reached old, tired places in her. She waited 2 days to respond. Didn't think not great at small talk would either, and yet here I am. And just like that, a door creaked open. They didn't chat all day, just a few thoughtful, unforced messages between work and dinner. He told her about his dog, Charlie, how he rebuilt his granddad's deck last summer, how he hated coriander, but grew it anyway because his neighbour liked it. No pickup lines, no emojis, just quiet honesty. It was unsettlingly comforting. After a week of this gentle exchange, he asked if she'd be open for a video call. He said, "No pressure. I'd just like to hear your voice. That's all." She almost said no, she wasn't ready. But something about the way he asked, as if he'd already respected her answer, whatever it would be, made her hesitate. So that Sunday night, in soft lighting and pyjama bottoms she'd never show on camera, she clicked the link, and there he was, Cal. Hair still damp from a shower, a clean shirt. That dog, Charlie nudging into frame before lying down with a huff. "Hi, Alana," he said. His voice was low, calm, like a river at night. And somehow, just like that, she wasn't just lurking anymore. Chapter 2. The Voice That Stayed With Her. She told herself she wouldn't smile so much, but the moment Cal said a name, like it wasn't just something on a screen, but something real, something he'd been waiting to say, the corners of her mouth betrayed her. He didn't try to impress her, didn't fill the silences with noise. He just showed up, exactly like he said he would. They talked for 40 minutes. It felt like 10, or maybe forever. She learned that he makes terrible coffee, but still drinks it every morning like a ritual. That he talks to his dog when no one's around. That he lost his mum 3 years ago and still writes letters to her sometimes just to feel close. and he learned that she's been afraid to hope, that love, real love, felt like a thing other people find, not her. But she also told him that she writes poetry and never shows anyone. He said, "I hope one day you'll read me one." She didn't know how to respond, so she laughed, and he smiled in that quiet way, like a laughter had made his whole night better. When the call ended, she stared at the blank screen, not with sadness, but with something unfamiliar. Hope. The kind that doesn't shout, the kind that simply waits. And when she lay in bed that night, her fingers curled softly against her chest, his voice played again in her mind. Just one word. Alana. Chapter 3. The poem she never meant to share. Alana hadn't written in months. Not since the last time she tried to put into words what it felt like to want something you've convinced yourself you'll never have. She used to write late at night, words tumbling into notebooks, like secrets no one was meant to read. Poems mostly, tiny confessions in disguise. But after the breakup, the one that broke more than just her heart, the pages stayed blank. Until now. It wasn't a grand poem, no sweeping metaphors or clever turns of phrase, just truth. I've built walls out of soft things like apologies and silence and looking away, but you somehow make me want to open the windows again. She didn't mean to send it. She meant to read it again, then delete it. But a thumb betrayed her. It hit send. To Cal. She stared at the screen. 3 dots appeared, then disappeared, then nothing. 10 minutes passed, then 20. She thought, stupid, too soon, too much. She was about to send a follow-up, a joke, a distraction, something to soften the edge. That's the most beautiful thing anyone's ever sent me. Can I read it back to you sometime when it's raining and I'm holding you? And that was it. No punctuation, no overthinking. Just him, saying exactly what she didn't know she needed. She closed the app, held a phone to her chest, and whispered, "Okay," to the night, to herself, maybe even to him. Chapter 4. When the rain finally came. The forecast had been vague all week. Possible showers, chance of rain, maybe later. Just like her feelings, unspoken, hovering, waiting. But on Thursday evening it finally came, the kind of rain that settles in, not dramatic, not loud, just persistent. Cal messaged her around 6. "You still up for that call? Feels like a poetry and coffee kind of night." He knew how to say things that weren't meant to be clever, but landed like little gifts. She made tea, lit a candle, slipped into her softest jumper, the one that made her feel like less of a stranger to herself. And when the call connected, she saw him. Hair damp again. Not from a shower this time, from standing outside in the rain. "You're soaked," she said, laughing. He smiled. "Yeah, I was out walking Charlie and thought, why rush back? The rain felt honest tonight." Honest. She liked that. They didn't talk much at first, just the sounds of the rain between them, the occasional sigh, the clink of a spoon in a mug. Then she asked, "What do you really want, Cal?" Like in all this. She hadn't meant to ask it, not out loud, not yet. He didn't blink, didn't stall. He just said, "I want something real, quiet, steady, like walking your dog in the rain with someone who doesn't need to talk the whole time." Alana looked at him, really looked, and for the first time in a long while, she didn't feel like she had to protect herself from hope. "Would you read it to me?" she asked. He tilted his head. "The poem?" She nodded. I've built walls out of soft things, like apologies and silence and looking away. But you, somehow, make me want to open the windows again. Neither of them spoke, not for a while. Then Cal whispered, "That last line, it's been with me all week." Outside the rain softened to mist. Charlie sighed in the background, the kind of sigh that meant everyone was home, safe, together. And Alana, she finally felt seen.